Episode 5, The Face of Evil. At the hospital, Sulli finally opened her eyes. Despite regaining consciousness, her condition remained critical. Her health could deteriorate at any moment. Joon and Eun Woo, both still physically and emotionally fragile, went to see her. When Sulli learned that she was the only survivor, tears streamed silently down her face. At such a young age, she had already stepped into a living nightmare. Eun Woo recognized that pain. He had survived the same kind of hell. In a faint whisper, Sulli began to speak. She told them that she saw the Untamed attack her parents. To protect herself and her little brother, she pushed her bed against the bedroom door to block it. She ordered Shin to hide inside the drawer. She thought about escaping through the window, but the fall was too dangerous. She screamed as loud as she could, hoping the neighbors would hear, but no one came. Desperate, she tied the bed sheets together to make a rope and tried to climb down. That's when the killer noticed. He grabbed a hammer and began smashing the door open, like a scene from The Shining. Terrified, Sulli forced her brother onto the rope first. But the killer was stronger. He pushed the bed aside, overpowered her, and grabbed Shin. He pressed a knife against the boy's neck, threatening to kill him if Sulli didn't obey. Sobbing, she begged him to spare her brother. The killer ordered her to put Shin back into the drawer. She obeyed. Then, in front of her little brother, the Untamed assaulted her. During the attack, Sulli saw his face clearly. She described him to Eun Woo and Joon, a man in his 40s, long curly hair, and one crucial detail, his left eye was covered by a protective device. Eun Woo immediately memorized every word. Joon asked softly if she could recognize him again. Sulli nodded. At the police station, the sheriff gathered all investigators for an emergency briefing. None of the street cameras near the burned house worked that night. No witnesses were found. The killer entered through the rooftop. He set the house on fire using flammable alcohol. The message on the wall was written using the mother's blood. Shiwang and his wife's bodies were burned beyond recognition. No fingerprints, no DNA. The semen found in Sulli's body matched the same unidentified DNA found in So-young's case. The conclusion was unavoidable. The killer knew Eun Woo. He followed him. That was how he targeted Shiwang's family. When Eun Woo and Joon arrived, Eun Woo shared everything Sulli had revealed. Then, in front of everyone, Eun Woo spoke the truth he had buried for 20 years. The Untamed is the one who murdered my family when I was 10. Shiwang's family was targeted because of me. Silence filled the room. Eun Woo's voice trembled but did not break. I will chase him until my last breath. I swear on my family's blood, I will make him pay. Everyone, including Joon, stood frozen. Back at the hospital, a forensic sketch artist asked Sulli to describe the killer's face again. By the end, the portrait was complete. The image was sent to the police. The media exploded. Eun Woo begged the sheriff to let him and Joon join the special task force. After initially refusing, the sheriff finally agreed. The hunt began immediately. Eun Woo ordered Joon to track every camera that did work outside the burned neighborhood. Another unit was assigned to list every man in his 40s with issues involving the left eye. Eun Woo personally patrolled nearby convenience stores, asking about anyone who might have bought flammable alcohol. Most clerks remembered nothing, until one young man stopped Eun Woo's car. The man worked at a convenience store and remembered a suspicious customer from 2 days earlier, a man who matched the sketch shown on TV. He bought burning alcohol, wore luxurious red glasses and an expensive watch, dressed modestly, yet clearly wealthy, smoked inside the store despite warnings. Eun Woo asked about the cameras. The clerk hesitated, afraid for his life. Eun Woo promised protection for him and his family. The clerk agreed. Inside the store, Eun Woo watched the footage. For the first time, he saw the Untamed's face clearly. At the same moment, Joon called. I found him, Joon said. One camera angle shows him following the family's car on a black motorcycle. The bike is rare, extremely expensive, same luxury glasses. Eun Woo thanked both Joon and the clerk and left the store. Another call came in. More than 50 men with left-eye conditions were registered in the city. 10 matched the sketch closely and were already detained. Eun Woo replied firmly, don't limit this to modest backgrounds. Investigate rich families too. This man isn't poor. He ended the call and exhaled slowly. That's why he was so confident, Eun Woo whispered to himself. He knew someone powerful would protect him. His eyes darkened. He's a chaebol.